I had to go with another South African. I went old school. You mentioned his name, and I'm sure a lot of folks out there would say, oh, but he played outside centre. Well, I had to go with Maniki Sirhu.
Okay.
When you talk about legends, and like if you have to carve a guy's face on the side of a mountain, there's no bigger legend than Maniki Sirhu. Like, songs have been written about this guy. There's books. I've got books about him. He's one of the greatest Springboks of all time. Explosive in attack, so quick. Now, for the folks that's going to criticize me and say, but he played outside centre, it's much of a muchness. He played 9 games at inside, 12 at outside.
He did.
And the rest he played on the wing.
He started off at wing, then came inside, then went outside.
So I looked at it in totality, like who did I pick last week and who's left this week. I had to make space for him, but I couldn't find space for him at outside centre, so I thought, I'm going to stick him in here. And I also thought, you know what, as a fantasy combo, wouldn't it be great to see him and Gerber next to each other? Like, that would have been magic. But I'll show some tries in black and white in the 60s when Manikis played. He scored one of the greatest Springbok tries of all time against the British Lions in Bloemfontein in 1962. Dude, it's a thing of beauty. I can watch that try all day. It's one of my favorite tries. So the footage that I've seen, the books that I've read, the stories that my dad told him, like famously, Griquas won the Currie Cup in 1970 and they beat a very, very strong Northern Transvaal side, and Manikis was in that Griquas team with Piet Versaghi and these guys. And for me, it was just one of these legendary old Springboks that you just heard stories about. I could not pick him. As good as Jean was, and I think Manikis only played about 30 odd tests, but obviously in those days you only played like 4 tests a year every other year, so he did play for 11 seasons for the Springboks. I think together with guys in the 60s like Frick de Pre and John Gainsford, these guys will go down as legends of Springbok rugby.
Absolutely.
So I had to make space for Manikis. I'm going to stop rambling on about him, but I had to make space for him on my Mount Rushmore.
27 caps, 30 points, 6 tries. As you said, played left wing, inside centre 9 times, and then outside centre 12. Like, at the end of the day, a fair call. And we talk about it often. I just said this before. It's all subjective, but what's important to you, and this is your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And these are your heroes that you're holding in high regard.
Yeah, no, it was a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,